I'm kind of upset because I was just in my brand new Galaxy S9 Plus. It's like $1,000 phone, you know, because every time I get a phone. Now, I called somebody, and I wasn't even on my prepaid, because my prepaid's titled Brand 3. My hair's falling out from all the poisoning. Look at all this. It's going bald. I just got out of the hospital. Somebody has been poisoning me. And I filed a police report against the Lancaster sheriffs and Lee Baca and them, because I'm an eyewitness to their crime. So why would they want me to keep falsely arresting me? Now get this. So now I didn't call on my other line people to talk to. I used the Sprint line in the building because somebody did this for me as a favor, and I paid $21.50 a month for this phone, praying the Lord pays it off. But then the sheriffs called the guy who was helping us, and they didn't want to give me the phone, and he was really upset. And then he said, now this phone ain't in my name, it's on their thing, their bill, and their contract. And he kept trying to force me to tell me to put my real name in this and my phone number from my other phone. I said, my other phone number doesn't have nothing to do with this. But he tried to. Now, I just found all these apps of eBay, Facebook, all this stuff. And I've been having problems with my Bixby. And then I'll say, what were you doing? Pull it up. And it pulls it up, all this kind of stuff. I got all this sports. I can't stand sports. No offense, people. Everybody has their own likings. I like watching funny animals. But I don't put any kind of sport. I got sports apps. I got... Anybody will tell you I don't like sports. I can prove it. Now, why would the sheriffs be following me? Why were they trying to force me to put my number in this phone? I didn't even put my real name. I put Desert Rose. And they, from the minute I left this Sprint yesterday, they were in my phone. And they've been trying to get to my phone ever since then. Because I guess if they just touch some things and do some things to it, it'll make it easier for them. I really need prayer. The Lord promised me He would bring this all out. Because I told the truth. I was a receptionist somewhere. I walked in on their meeting 7 times. I videotaped it 6. I took the videos to the wrong sheriff. He went back to them. They offered me a lot of money. I refused it. They threatened to kill me. I laughed and thought it was a joke until Douglas Miller was breaking into my home, beating me, trying to rape and murder me. I survived. I identified him at court. I was dropped as a victim and escorted out of court because the sheriffs hired him. And then they gave my victims of crime money to him, where he allegedly got 62 years. He hit his friend's face off. He went cannibal on him. He was on PCP. I took a beating, but I gave him a good one back too. You know, God was with me because I did what was right. Now, how do I keep surviving through all these attacks? Thefts from the sheriffs. They'll just come and take my property and stuff. I'll be paying rent somewhere, and they won't even induce the laws concerning me. They'll break the laws concerning where I'm renting and everything for that person to throw me out illegally with rent paid and keep my belongings. And I'm going to Airport Courthouse, 9th floor, room 92. I was never guilty of the DUI. They said, why was the Lancaster sheriff following me? And why was he involved in my arrest at Santa Monica Beach on the 4th of July a few years ago? And they keep putting me in jail for it. And they keep changing my name and my ID and my social security number. The church had to go to a lawyer because they knew the courts and the sheriffs were lying to them, saying that I never showed up for court. Why, they knew they arrested me at court and booked me under different information. I didn't even know because they deny me phone calls when I'm in jail. Why did they deny me my rights? And August 14th, I gotta go back. Because I got kicked out of Tarzana Treatment Center. They said I was dying. I don't know. Because I said the word dark chocolate or because I was dying. They kept saying I was dying. I was too sick to be there. They went behind my back and got me court-ordered. I was never court-ordered there when I went there. They shouldn't even been talking to my lawyer and my judge. And then they get me court-ordered and throw me out, which happened to be the same day I wound up in the hospital, almost dead. Yeah, I spent almost a month at Antelope Valley Hospital, and they kept saying nothing was wrong with me. I wasn't sick, and if the pastor and them didn't say to them, she's dying, and if you don't get her upstairs, we're going to make some phone calls and find out why you're trying to kill her, pretty much. A couple nurses found it. They said, oh my God, I was so packed full of poison, they couldn't even believe I was still alive. How do I get packed with that much poison at Tarzana Treatment Center? When I was screaming, they were hurting me. But they were working with my judge, my DA, and my public defender. Now get this, at Airport Courthouse, 9th floor, room 92. Now why would a judge want to kill me? A DA and a public defender. Because he knows he can get in trouble and arrested for taking money from the Lancaster Sheriffs to falsely impersonate me. And he was seen doing it many times before my court cases. And the thing of it is I'm swelling up again. I'm getting real sick. I just moved into this place. And this guy, he changes the rules. They get into my food. You know, you just gotta go with the flow, though. Money's disappeared, jewelry's disappeared, clothes disappeared, getting destroyed. The guy walked in on me. I was undecent in my room, and the sheriffs tried to arrest me, but they realized I had witnesses. I've been arrested for hanging curtains at a room I rented with excessive noise, they said, which I happened to be on Facebook all that night. It was obvious they were lying. And it wasn't a crime. It wasn't a crime. I was looking at 20 years in prison. I had $150,000 bail. And then that judge, somebody went and talked to him and says, there's a lady from the church here. She's listening to you, Your Honor. Because even the judge goes, this is obvious you guys lied on this girl. I'm going to give you a chance to get your lies correct. I'll hold her in jail and set her at $150,000 bail while you guys get a real case against her that looks real. That's what he said. It stated it right there in front of the whole courtroom. He knew I was innocent. They kept telling me I had to sign the paper. I never signed the paper to plead guilty at the other court. They kept me in jail and then lied and told people I did. I was demanding a jury trial because I could have proved my innocence. They took a 15, 17-year-old DUI, changed the dates and recharged me with it. And now I'm looking at prison time, they said. I'm having a jury trial for violating a court order that I was thrown out of Tarzana Treatment Center on the same day, wound up in a hospital packed for poison. The forensic people came to me and said, who's trying to kill you? I said, the Lancaster Sheriffs and Lee Bach and them, because he said on the news, I'm not telling you who my associates are. I will testify to who his associates are and the other crimes he committed that he has not been charged or questioned about. And I want to, and I've been trying. And that's what all this is about.